326 days. That's when I sat down at my home computer on my first day at RMED, tasked with starting a new economic development organization. One of my first thoughts, I need stationery. A well-stocked supply cabinet was something I had taken for granted. All of the things you face in the early days of your business and continue to face as you grow your business are unfolding at the RMED offices too. We understand the challenges and complexities of startup, revitalization, and the challenge of an ever-changing business landscape. I open with this because it is important. It is important because RMED exists to support business attraction, growth, and development. And that means understanding not conceptually, but in tangible terms, what is required to ensure a dynamic economic development ecosystem. Last week was RMED's first year end, and as I prepared for it and the reporting that follows, I had the opportunity to reflect on the accomplishments of the last year. The office renovated and doors opened, desks and computers bought and in place, critical processes established, and staffing underway. This startup work is foundational and can meet the demands of rural Manitoba on a long-term sustainable basis. So what is rural, and where does RMED serve? With the exception of Winnipeg and its metropolitan region, RMED operates from the Saskatchewan and Ontario borders north to around the Grand Rapids area. That said, we do have a client in Winnipeg whose primary client base is rural. We support them in market development planning. As you can tell from this example, at RMED we believe that economic development does not happen within the lines on a map, and as such, collaboration, partnerships, and flexibility are fundamental to how we approach our work. Currently, I wear many hats. Along with that of CEO, I'm the sole Economic Development Officer undertaking direct client work. Over the last year, I have worked with over 80 clients, including municipal councillors, EDOs, private business, other government agencies, and potential local, domestic, and international investors. And those clients have extended across the province. I am working on projects from retail and manufacturing to natural resources and clean tech. The types of projects are equally diverse and include navigating government programs, permits, and licenses, assisting with recruiting and hiring EDOs, community economic development research, investment attraction, business start, growth, and succession. As we move into 22-23, we will validate our operational plan with the provincial budget and move forward with staffing, program development, and continue to transition resources from startup activities to service delivery. From the time RMED was conceived until now, the world has changed significantly. We have survived a global pandemic, and our resiliency, creativity, and work ethic will take rural Manitoba boldly into recovery. Rural Manitoba punches above its weight class. In 2020, rural Manitoba contributed over a third of Manitoba's GDP, which on a per capita basis is greater than that of urban and northern Manitoba. It also exceeds the national average for rural GDP by just over 8%. Our rural economy is diverse, encompassing a wide range of industries, and the rural population is growing in most areas of the province. In fact, some rural communities are among the fastest growing in Canada. In the 2021 annual business survey conducted by the Manitoba Chambers of Commerce, it indicates that businesses are optimistic about the future. And that same survey for regional economic development agencies, support was strong across all sectors, particularly outside of Winnipeg. We know there is work to be done. There are workforce challenges. There are supply chain issues. Infrastructure to support investment readiness is needed to attract investment. To ensure that RMED is focused on the challenges faced by our stakeholders and clients, we will continue to reach out to economic development professionals, community leaders, and the business community to ensure we understand and are responsive to the priorities of Manitoba. We will continue to represent rural Manitoba on consultations, panels, committees, and similar forums to ensure rural issues are presented. Most recently, RMED participated in a panel discussion on water and economic development to assist in the creation of Manitoba's new water strategy. We will represent rural communities in investment attraction discussions with local, national, and international investors, ensuring rural Manitoba is portrayed as a vibrant and business-friendly. Rural Manitoba businesses do not just survive here, they thrive here. Connection is critical. It's a component of a dynamic economic development ecosystem, of successful businesses, and of an effective professional network. In the coming months, RMED will be establishing opportunities for stakeholders to gather and discuss issues and challenges. More importantly, these forums will help identify means in which solutions can be found and opportunities capitalized on. One of the most fulfilling parts of the last year has been facilitating connections amongst business and academia, where opportunities to collaborate may never have happened without RMED's provincial-wide scope of interest. While these relationships are still new, I am optimistic about the opportunities they represent. I would like to take the opportunity today to announce that RMED and CN will be collaborating to identify rural Manitoba locations that can become CN Rail certified. These sites are strategically situated along the CN network, guaranteed to be rail accessible by CN and ready for development. In collaboration with the community, these properties will also be rigorously evaluated for industrial development and expansion by a third party through a process that considers municipal zoning, electrical, natural gas, water and wastewater, telecommunications, highways, and environmental assessment. Once sites are certified, development times are reduced so businesses can start to ship faster. Stay tuned for more information in coming weeks and the first announcements of certified sites in the fall of 2022. A community's best resources will always be the local economic development officer, municipal government, and residents. RMED will support communities by being available to act as a sounding board or offer advice, providing access to and disseminating relevant data and information, creating opportunities for professional development, participating in local projects where incremental knowledge and skills can be offered, leading regional projects, and building capacity within communities and economic development community at large. For example, last year's webinars have resulted in ongoing conversations about how the Recast Your City model can be used. And similarly, the invitation-only webinar for economic developers, which discussed private equity and how it works, resulted in some introductions that may support business growth and succession planning. Thank you for joining me today to hear more about what RMED has been doing and where we're going into the future. Please reach out at any point in time so we can help support you and your community grow and thrive.